Today we're restocking the kitchen. I've been trying to make as many things as possible from scratch to save money and waste, and to learn how to turn simple ingredients into something utterly delicious. From homemade focaccia to pickled jalapenos and a gorgeously limey green salsa. Summer truly is a season of abundance when it comes to food. So today I'm trying to make the most of the season and restock the kitchen with some homemade foods. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps my channel. Good morning everyone. We have our kitchen restock underway. We have some soybeans that have just finished cooking in the Instant Pot, which we're going to be making into tempeh, and we have some focaccia that is just basically risen now. I did it overnight, so I made the dough last night. I let it rise, a cold rise in the fridge for about 16 hours, and then I brought it out to come to room temperature. It's been about 2 hours. I'm going to leave it 1 more hour just to give it that time to really puff up and just be beautiful. We also have quite a few peanuts left in the cupboard, and we've run out of peanut butter, so I'm going to be making some peanut butter. We might also make some bagels today. What else? Bread, focaccia, tempeh, peanut butter. And then I need to go to the shop to buy some fresh ingredients. I'll also show you what's growing in the garden, because that's obviously going to be restocking our kitchen at some point, but just not quite yet. I've just been trying to go through the cupboards to ensure that everything is being used. For some reason, summer seems to be the time where I try to do a cupboard clear out, ensure that everything is being used in there, and if it's sitting at the back, then we need to drag it out and use it so that no food goes to waste. So for now I'm going to get on with the peanut butter. The soybeans have just finished cooking, so I'm going to take them out and let them cool before adding the starter and the apple cider vinegar so that we can make tempeh. So exciting. I'm also trying to be energy efficient by using the oven at the same time for the peanuts and then for the bread, so that there's a reason that it's on for so long, and then also the bagels as well. And the same thing with the bread proofing box. I have the focaccia in there right now, and once that comes out I'm going to put the soybeans in. So trying to be very energy efficient, especially because it's warm at the moment. We keep all the windows sort of open when it's early in the morning to make it cool in here, and then later on when it gets too hot, then we'll close the windows and turn the AC on, which is trying to be as energy efficient as possible whilst also keeping our bills down. So let's get on and sort out those soybeans. Tempeh is one of those things that I think seems scary to try and make when you realize you have to use a starter or you have to ferment things, and you have to try and have it in a temperature controlled environment. Having made tempeh dozens of times by now, I can definitely say if you're thinking about making it, go for it. I watched hundreds of videos, I read a really great book, and I just tried my best, and that's all you can do. But it really is a lot more simple than it first may seem. I'm not quite sure why I haven't made it for a while. Perhaps I made it so many times in one go that I just needed a little bit of a break. But it saves me so much money when I make it at home. And I try to make it from lots of different things like soybeans or chana dal, chickpeas, mung dal. You really can make it from pretty much any bean or legume. Okay, the focaccia is in the oven and the tempeh is now in the bread bin or the bread proofing box. I found that is a lot more reliable than just using my oven. Yeah, now I've got to wait about 36 hours, so won't see the end result of that in this video, but in a couple of days of quickest video in Vlogmas, we will see that. I also just wanted to mention that because it's been a while since I've made tempeh, I'm not quite sure why it's been such a long time, but sometimes I need a refresher on just like how much apple cider vinegar I need or what temperature I need to put in the bread proofing box. This is the best book that I have found so far on fermented foods, particularly things like tempeh, natto, miso, and other things. Miso is definitely something I want to try. That's more of a long-term thing, but definitely want to. I also actually have some natto spores where I want to try, but I'm finding it really hard to find soybeans that are natto soybeans. They're a bit smaller than the ones that you usually get for making things like tempeh and tofu. So if any of you have any idea where to get that, please let me know. I picked some natto up from H Mart just to double check that I actually liked it. And I do actually really like it. It's supposed to be very good for you. So I just wanted to give a shout out to this book because I think this book is really, really, really good. And I've learned a lot about tempeh specifically from this book. I really want to get some of those really beautiful kind of ceramic jars to ferment things in, but alas, I have what I need, so I don't need to get anything else. I just wanted to give that book a shout out. I've definitely talked about it before, but now that those things are getting ready, I am going to move on to the peanut butter. I also do actually have a lot of jalapenos, and I thrifted a really big jar, ball jar. So I'm gonna make a huge jar of jalapeno pickles or pickled jalapenos because that was just one of my favorite things to have. We have them on so many different meals. It's a really good way to preserve them for quite a while. I definitely have made these last year. I think I made like 4 or 5 big jars of them, but because they're so cheap at the moment and they're clearly in season, I want to start that process early so I can eat them now and throughout the next couple of months and then preserve more for the winter. They lasted a really long time, but we did eat them all and I just need some more in my life. Maybe we'll pickle some carrots as well. Ever since I started buying beans in bulk and dried, I have never wanted to go back to buying tins. I find that it's a lot cheaper and the taste is just completely different. So what I like to do at the moment is soak some beans and then cook them, or if I have forgotten to soak some beans like I did this time, I just cook them in the Instant Pot for however long you need to if you haven't soaked them. And I portion them out so that I can have them throughout the week in either salads or recipes like chickpea curry. And it just means you only have to soak and cook them once rather than having to do it every single time, because that does become laborious. And then also you are of course using your appliances however many times. I took a short break from cooking to have some cold brew that I started making yesterday. And if you watched yesterday's video, then you will know that this is something I've been trying to do in the summer instead of making hot coffee. After this, I decided I really wanted to try something new. I'd never made a green salsa before, and considering I'm growing tomatillos in the garden and the plants are looking pretty good, I really wanted to find a recipe that I could make when all those tomatillos are ready. And this just seemed like the perfect thing. I also really want to learn how to can this year, and I feel like if I really nailed this recipe, then this is something I could 100% do and can for the rest of the year. All the recipes that I am using or have made, I will definitely link in the description below, so don't worry if you are missing anything while we're going through. While everything is cooking in the oven, I decided to get started with the jalapenos. I just used a very simple brine and I ended up chopping maybe 20 jalapenos. I'm not quite sure, I definitely lost count, but You would be surprised at how quickly we will go through these. The best thing about pickling and preserving food is that it just lasts a really long time. So that when you have your favorite foods like peaches or nectarines or tomatillos during the summer, you can prolong the life and the way that you enjoy them by pickling, lacto-fermentation, sauerkraut ferments, canning, and freezing and freeze drying as well. You can also dehydrate things. I think this is a really great way and something I have definitely been wanting to experiment more with. The only things I've really dehydrated or dried out are herbs and seeds. But now that I am really loving this tomatillo salsa, I really want to learn to perfect the canning method so that we can put things in the cupboards rather than our fridge or the tiny freezer that we have. So this is everything I had time to make for our kitchen restock. I didn't have time to make bagels, but English muffins are definitely on that list. I'm really pleased with everything that I got done, and I'm looking forward to learning more things about food, seasonality, preserving, and I hope you liked this video too. So if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and I'll see you tomorrow.